help and then you can, why not? It's part of fear of God. We have to be kind to each other. This is what all the religions call for. We have to be kind to each other. We have to be sympathetic to each other. We should not try to be, hand-fisted, maybe stingy and things like that. When we can help, let us do it. That is part of fear of God. Yes. Anything that is good, anything that is virtue, is fear of God.
Okay, Ika?
Okay,
Speak
time
louder.
is
Mama, you can give her.
So, yeah, did you hear?
Not, yes, what did she try?
So she want to ask the relationship between different branches of Islam in Gambia.
Between?
So Sunni, Shia, or Sufi, do they have a different mosque, or do they get along very well, right? Or that's the main thing, right?
Yeah, generally speaking about the Gambia, it's a Sunni Muslim. Sunni Muslim. There are also Shias, but there isn't any mosque based on religious considerations. I mean, in terms of the sectarian consideration. There's no mosque built on that. The Shias pray in the Sunni mosque, and then there is a Shia mosque. The Sunnis also will pray in there. So there is no difference whatsoever between the Muslim sects or groups when it comes to the worship of God. All right. The Ahmadiyya is a different thing. The Ahmadiyya is a different thing. It is not only in the Gambia, but in the Muslim world generally, including Saudi Arabia, they are not recognized as Muslims. Just for one thing. Because for the Quran, you must believe in it in totality. You cannot say, oh, this part is true, I agree. But the other part, no, I don't accept that. No. If you say that, it simply means you don't believe in the Holy Quran, in it in totality. So the Ahmadians, they claim that Ghulam Ahmad was a prophet. And the Quran says that it was Muhammad who was the last prophet. There will be no prophet after him. There will be no prophet after Muhammad. So if somebody else comes up and says, oh, I am a prophet, or people consider you to be a prophet, you ought to accept that. You are denying something that is essential or basic, principle in the Quran, in Islam. So if you do that, they will not consider you as a Muslim, even if you pray, you have your mosque, you fast, you give out zakah. Once that article, you have it with you, they will say, you are not a Muslim. So if you go to the Hajj to Saudi Arabia, you should not indicate in your passport that you are Ahmadiyyan, or in your ID card that you are Ahmadiyyan. Because if you do so, they will not allow you to enter Saudi Arabia. This is the case. In the Gambia, of course, you have the Ahmadiyya. They have their mosque there. They have their mosque, yes. People interact with them. They say peace. Nobody say anything to them. Even whatever they like to say about their religion and their ideas and thoughts, they do it without anybody's interference. Nobody interferes with them at all. Because that's why this kind of religious freedom is in the Gambia. So even if you're an atheist, no one will force you to abandon your ideology No, nobody will force you out of your ideology. You know. For example, what we are hearing, in other countries, they accuse Islam, you know, and they abuse Islam and all the rest of it. It is not because those people are abusing Islam, simply because they have seen Muslims who are not true Muslims. They hide behind Islam for political purposes. And then what happened? They tarnish the image of Islam. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful. Let's say Islam is a religion of peace. I see a Muslim as a terrorist. Yes, he's a Muslim, he's a terrorist, he's a human being. You know, he can make his errors and mistakes. He's a human being. Yeah, he can be termed as a terrorist. But Islam cannot be a terrorist religion. That is clear. Yeah.
Yeah. Question? No? So there's some Wahhabist influence in Gambian Islam. How do you see, is that sort of predominantly Wahhabist in among Latin Gambian Muslims? What is the sort of relationship? There's like traditionalists and also people that like reformists that who studied overseas, like Egypt or Saudi Arabia, and comes back and they form the reformist track. Do they usually now get along, or?
You know, Wahhabism is, although the Saudis would not accept it, the Saudis would not accept that there is a sect called Wahhabis. No, they would not accept that. They would call the founder of this doctrine as an Islamic reformist. An Islamic reformist. So the other Muslims in other countries would see them as an extremist group, that they have gone to the extreme in their belief, in their performance of the Islamic principles, and their way of, you know, delivering the Islamic lectures and preachings or sermons. Most people believe that they have gone to the extreme. They have made things difficult for people. Most people, that's what they think. You know, that because most of the things that we used to do in Islam, they will come and say that this is bid'ah. Bid'ah, that is innovation, and innovation. It's not part of Islam. They say it's not part of Sunnah. All right, the Wahhabi doctrine started in the 18th century. 17 something, the man was born and died